Hey guys, welcome back. So I have my model Emma here. This video is just a couple quick. The first two are really quick and easy. The third one might look a little bit complicated, but I wanted to show you. I got so many comments on that hairstyle that I did for the most recent wedding, and I wanted to recreate something like it here. So if you wanted to try it, you can. It looks more intricate than it actually is. So hopefully after you see this, you can kind of get an idea on how to recreate these looks. These looks are great for spring and summer, just to make it look like you're done up, but it took really no time, right?
Yep.
Curl your hair messy, like the messier the better for these, and the more the fall the better. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Okay, everybody, so jumping into this, I am using a 3/4 curling iron, and that's just the diameter that you want. So it's on the smaller hand, because I like to do a tighter curl and brush it out at the end. It holds. The products I'm using are all Kenra. I have a shine spray, a texture spray, and a spray wax. I have the Elnett hairspray because it gives a relaxed hold. And then I'm using my Batiste Dry Shampoo. You really want to dirty up the hair. So I always have my clients come with clean, dry hair, and it doesn't necessarily have to be dirty, like oily and greasy, but I will dirty it up with the products that I have. And that's what you see me doing here. So they all give the hair grit and texture. When you're doing messy side braids or messy braids, whatever the case may be, any boho styles, you really want it to have that. You don't want it to be slick and slippery. So now I'm just back combing the hair or teasing the hair to give it more volume and body, because as I braid and I pull it apart, again, if you're looking for refined styles and sleek and sophisticated, this is not that channel, and this is not that tutorial. So again, and also for this, you don't have to French braid. You can do a regular braid as well, and that's what I'm doing here. Is I just kind of like to French braid personally, but if you can't do it on yourself, don't worry. So just section out a big chunk of the hair around your face, and you'll see me just braiding it all down the side. I'm going to use a clear elastic to secure the hair. And now you're just going to pull it apart. The key is pulling the braid apart, and be messy with it. Don't be afraid of it. So I'm holding it right below the elastic, and I'm just pulling it from the base up. And you see how it's growing in size. So that texture spray, the prepping that way was helpful. Back combing and teasing the hair helps tremendously, but look at that now. It almost looks like it's a hair piece in her hair, and that's what we're going for. You can achieve the same thing with just doing a 3-strand braid. So I'm just doing a low bun, and I'm pulling it back with a thin elastic, and now I'm just pulling out the hair. That's how you make things look loose. So now what I'm doing is just kind of twisting the bun. It looks like there's a lot to this, but it's really not. Then I'm using a second elastic, and I'm just making the bun messy and pulling it out. Now you're going to see me use bobby pins to help hold the bun up, okay? So most of the time you see people with messy buns, there's pins to help that and reinforce that, because usually it's a lot of hair. Then I'm taking my fingers and just, again, loosening it up. I'm taking that braid, wrapping it around the bun, and securing it with some bobby pins. And you can pull out some of the hairs around your face, but literally, you guys, super quick and easy. And then whenever you see something that pops out on the side, you just slide a bobby pin in there and just start pulling out those hairs. And this is just a great style. It'll just keep nicely, and if it falls throughout the day, it looks intentional, and that's what I love about these styles. And any heat, humidity, whatever the case may be, it's going to stay and look intentional. So style number 2, we're going to part down the center of the hair. We kind of do an off-centered part, but as center as possible. I prefer slightly off-center because my face looks crazy with straight down the middle. So now what I'm going to do is take it in 2 sections, and this is a super easy 3-strand braid. No French braiding, anything like that. You're just going to take a 3-strand braid and braid it down each side, and then you're going to secure it again with an elastic. The first steps to these processes are all pretty much the same as far as securing and pulling it out and making it loose. And again, I didn't have to put more product in her hair. So again, always whenever you're starting a new style on yourself, I'm assuming you're not doing all these styles in one day, just make sure you use those products, because product does help. Just like with makeup, it helps tremendously. So I'm going to do another 3-strand braid on this side, and then you're just overlapping each other. You're going to go all the way down with this style. You want to go to the very, very ends of the hair, as close to the ends as possible. And then you're going to secure it with a clear elastic. Again, elastics are your best friend in bobby pins. And then you're going to start to pull it apart again. It's going to be the same technique that I used for the first video. Yep, just keep pulling it apart and making it super messy. The more pulled apart, the better, especially for this one, because it's going to be like a crown. And the fuller it looks around the head, the better, in my opinion. So we're just going to part that again, just kind of pull it each side, and then now we're going to take it, so you're just literally taking it up and over each side, and don't worry about the front of it yet, just secure it down. And so you want to take your bobby pin and slide it in sideways against the hair. It really grips into the hair that way, and it lays the braid flat to the head. And so then you're taking the other one and just overlapping them and kind of placing them where you want to. I could have put that one even in the front of the other one to bring it closer to her hairline. But again, you just kind of move it around and you tuck in the ends with a clear hair tie. They overlap each other. So each braid is covering the elastic so you don't see the bobby pins or the hair ties. And then as I get it secure to the head, I pull it apart, and then I'm going to start pulling hairs down around her face. That side well, I'm looking at it, her right side, you're looking at is her left side, is a little bit more pulled back from the other side. So that's how I put the pins in, is sideways. So on the other side, I'm going to go in and tuck that hair more where it's behind her ear, like the other side, in just a second, to mirror each other. That's kind of what you do, is you just secure it down, you take a step back and look at it and see where it needs to go. Just like right there. So I'm going to do it. Yep, there it is. All right. Much better. It just gives it more symmetry. And then I'm going to pull the hairs down around her face and fluff up the braid even more. And then add some shine spray. And you guys, this is such a fun and easy braid style to do. And it looks so intricate. And it's really not. So anyway, that's a super fun one to do for summer because it stays out of your face. And it looks intentional. And if you want to do something for a shoot, you can always put some baby's breath in there too and have at it. Okay, so now so this is optional. Extensions are always optional. I wanted to put them in because I wanted people to see how to use them with an up style. And so you're going to section the hair and you back comb the hair where you're going to put the extensions in, because the teasing part, the teeth of the combs have more to stick into when it's back combed at the root instead of it being super slippery. So I'm going to section, I'm of course back combing around her face here to give it, I'm just going to do like a simple 3-strand braid down the sides, but I'm leaving the hair around her face and I'm pulling apart the braid again. You guys, it's the same exact steps as it was for the first two right now. It's just different placement for these braids. So the same thing, I'm leaving the hair down around her face. You see how the part's not even clean and exact? That's the point here, is you're not supposed to be exact. It's supposed to be like one side is more fuller than the other, or it's falling more or pulled apart more. It's all supposed to just kind of work together like that. So you literally just take the two, tie the two braids together and then like double knot them, and then you're going to secure them with the bobby pin. And that makes it so, again, you're not going to see, it's just going to make the hair look fuller and thicker, and it's going to secure it in there. Just taking the pins, and then again you can grab the hair in between there and kind of fluff it up a little bit and kind of pull it apart. And again, now I'm taking, so this is the part that's kind of weird, is if you're going to take it like you're pulling your hair behind, this is where the bubble braid comes in. So you're going to take two sections and bring them together in a hair tie. Then I have my client hold the top part, and then underneath that I do the same exact thing. Then I pull the front one apart, the top one, I slide the other hair through that top one, and then that's how you start to get that in and out bubble braid. Okay, so then you want to pull, as you secure that bubble braid, you want to pull them apart and make them really big. Then what I did is, to finish up the ends, is I took the curling iron that you saw in the beginning, the 3/4 of an inch, and I curled the parts around her face. I sprayed it, and then I brushed them through. So this is the kind of wave you get when you are using that size curling iron and when you brush it through. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.